Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Captain JK. I'm a captain on Boeing 787. Today, I'm going to give you the great tip for your international travel. As you noticed, there are so many different airlines and different airplanes. Not only domestic carriers, but also many foreign airlines provide various kinds of routes by different airplanes. So, unlike the past, you have quite many options to choose for your travel. Okay, today I'm going to be focusing only on the airplanes. Space. I guess this is the top priority for your long journey. Let's focus on the economy class. The distance between two seats is called a pitch. This is an option for airlines to choose when it's made. Many airlines prefer to have less pitch so as to have more seats. If you have an experience of traveling by low-cost carriers, these pictures may call to mind your agony of being squeezed in the seat. Not always, but generally, full-service carriers have relatively longer pitch between seats. Interestingly, Western carriers such as American Airlines, Delta, Lufthansa, or Qantas, they use 31-inch in economy class. On the other hand, Asian carriers like Korean Air, Asiana, or Japan Airlines, they provide longer pitch seats by 33 inches. And the only hybrid service carrier in South Korea, airpremia, has the longest pitch in the economy class all over the world. It's 35 inches. Speed. Every one of you would like to be at your destination as quickly as possible. The faster the plane is, the sooner you get there. No questions about this. As you can see the table here, the slowest jet airliner is Boeing 737 or Airbus A320, but they are narrow-body airplanes that can cover up to 6 to 7 hours. Among wide-body long-haul airplanes, Boeing 747-8 or Boeing 787 is the fastest, whereas the slowest one is Airbus A330. The speed difference between those airplanes is more than 60 kilometers per hour, or 38 miles an hour. This has to do a lot with the wing shape and fuel consumption. In other words, the fast ones like Boeing 747-8 and Boeing 787 have the wings that are suited for ultra-high speed operations. And they also have good gas mileage even at high speed. Depending on where you want to go, you can save at least 10 to 15 minutes or even up to more than an hour. Noise. As you may have been in the cabin of jet airplanes, it is quite noisy. Sometimes it's so unbearable that you have to use your earplugs. What's causing the noise? We all know that the engines are the usual suspect, but there are lots of other noises coming from outside and inside as well. It's known that the average cabin noise level is around 80 decibels. This is about 10 decibels louder than the noise you hear while driving on a smooth surface. There has been a research that measured noise level in the cabin of jet airliners. From the research, I'll introduce the top 3 aircraft for low cabin noise. Airbus A350 has got the 3rd place. And the second, Boeing 787. And the lowest cabin noise goes to Airbus A380. These aircraft uses new technologies such as engine nozzle chevron, carbon composite fuselage, quieter air conditioning system, and so on. So, if you can choose one of these, you may not need to have earplugs handy. There's no such a thing as silent airplanes yet, but you can choose one with less noise. Cabin altitude. I guess you don't even know what the cabin altitude is. But you may have heard that the oxygen level will decrease as you climb. Long-haul aircraft have to cruise at very high altitude, like 37,000 feet. You don't want to know that reason for now. Anyway, that height can make us killed in just 15 to 30 seconds. Because oxygen level is not enough for us to survive. To cruise at that high altitude, having passengers survive, pressurized air should be provided into the cabin so that enough oxygen level is maintained during the cruise. To put it in perspective, while the airplane is cruising at 37,000 feet, the air pressure in the cabin will be maintained as if we're at 8,000 feet. Cabin altitude of typical airplane is 8,000 feet on a long distance trip. This has to do a lot with the strength of the fuselage. It can only go so far to pressurize the cabin. But high-tech airplanes can lower the cabin altitude to as low as 6,000 feet. They are Boeing 787, Airbus A350, and Airbus A380. This means that if you can choose one of these airplanes, you will get less fatigue and more comfort during the journey. Humidity. You might have experienced that your skin gets dry during air travel. Why does the air inside an airplane have to be so dry? One of the primary reasons is this. About 50% of the air circulating in the cabin is pulled from the outside. And at high altitudes, the air has almost no moisture. Secondly, it is to slow corrosion of the aluminum airframe. This is why the Boeing 787 is a lot more humid than any other typical airplanes. Corrosion is no longer an issue to Boeing 787 since it's a carbon composite fuselage, not aluminum body. It is known that most airliners maintain a humidity of 4 to 7%, while the Boeing 787 maintains 10 to 15%. Now, choice is all yours. Okay, today I have given you the useful tips for your long trip. Hope it helped you choose the right one for better travel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.